The Kingsport Theatre Guild is bringing to the stage the iconic story of Bonnie and Clyde starting tomorrow evening. And here to preview this exciting new production are Chris Williams and Emma Kate Kyker. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Emma Kate, I'm going to start with you because it's ladies first. You have the very first song in this production. Talk to me about that.
I get to sing about wanting to be just like Clara Bow, the actress.
Oh, okay. You said one of the most exciting things that you got to see the set being prepared. Talk to me about that as well.
We built a car from scratch.
Oh, did you help in that?
No.
No, but it was exciting to watch it?
Yes.
All right. And Chris, your character, the preacher.
Yep.
Kind of tell us about your involvement in this production.
Yeah, so I was a designer for most of the set with another person, Christian, and but we all worked together this past Saturday and built all the pieces for the whole set.
Right.
But I play the preacher, so I'm kind of the antagonist.
Okay.
Because the story is told from the viewpoint of Bonnie and Clyde.
Right.
So he may not be a bad guy, but to him, or to them, he was.
Right.
So it was neat to see how that falls out.
When you look on this production and you look back at history, there are some lines that are blurred there. Yep. Between who's a bad guy, who's a bad person, who's
Correct.
a good person.
Yep.
In this, and you bring out those themes.
Absolutely. So you get to see the arc of different characters from different viewpoints. So you may think of the preacher as the bad guy to Bonnie and Clyde, but you get to see sort of his redemption towards the end.
Right.
Unfortunately, you don't see that for Bonnie and Clyde, but you get to see where they started from. Right. And how their situation in the Depression era led to them becoming who they were.
Now, this production was a Tony Award-winning production on Broadway. How does it feel to be able to bring that locally here to our region?
It's so neat to see the Broadway versions and then how over the top they are.
Right.
And then see how we try to match that energy with the local talent that we have. And I think people are going to be really impressed by who we have leading us off with Bonnie and Clyde.
And Emma Kate, why did you decide to get involved in this production?
I started theater 2 years ago, and when I first started, I fell absolutely in love with it.
It felt like it was your place?
Yes.
How many productions have you been in so far?
This is my 10th play.
Really? What's been your favorite so far?
Probably Willy Wonka Kids.
Okay, I can see that. Talk to us about, I ask everyone that comes in, and talk to me about rehearsals, because usually how rehearsals go, that's how the show goes.
Yeah, this has been an awesome week for our Tech Week. I've been in some other shows where Tech Week we kind of struggle, and then we pull it together by Friday night for the first show. This one, knock on wood, has been really good every day so far, and we've been nitpicky at this point.
All right, so you're fine tuning
absolutely
everything.
Yep.
Talk to us about what is your favorite part? I'm going to ask this of both of you in the play or in the production. Talk to me about what is your absolute favorite part that you want the audience to really latch onto.
So there's a moment of the first song that I really sing called God's Arms Are Always Open. And if you've ever seen a tent revival,
right,
we're about to bring the house down.
All right. I'm going to bring that spirit
Absolutely.
in there. And Emma Kate, for you?
I really like all the Bonnie and Clyde scenes a lot. They're all so much fun.
You get to see that interaction. Have you learned some history doing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all so much for stopping
Absolutely.
by. Let's go give everybody some information about where they can catch up. It's at kingsporttheatre.com for ticketing information, folks. Bonnie and Clyde. Going to be so much fun. It starts, like I said, tomorrow night right there at the Renaissance Center in Kingsport. If you need more information, make sure you go to that website right there.